Welcome to AI Search Podcast. You know, it's amazing to see how AI is becoming such a big deal in design. It's not just about robots taking over design jobs. It's changing the whole design process from the ground up.
It really is transforming everything, and the impact is going to be huge. By 2030, AI is projected to add, get this, $1.35 trillion to the global economy.
Wow, that is a massive number.
Yeah.
So naturally, designers are like, okay, we need to figure out how to use this.
Absolutely. They're integrating AI tools left and right to work faster, get smarter insights, and create designs that really feel personalized for each user.
I mean, that's the dream, right? Having
Yeah.
something that's made just for you. But, for a long time, design was all about manual work and intuition, like that gut feeling designers have.
Yeah, it was a much slower process for sure, but now AI is stepping in. It's becoming this high-tech assistant for designers.
Okay, I'm picturing like a robot holding a paintbrush. But what does that actually look like in practice?
Well, imagine you're a designer and you're working on a new website. You've got software that can instantly generate different layouts based on your content, suggest color palettes that, resonate with your target audience, and even tweak your images to perfectly fit the design.
Hold on, are you saying AI can practically read my mind and create designs I haven't even thought of yet?
It's getting pretty close. But one of the biggest benefits right now is efficiency. McKinsey, they did a study and found that companies using AI in their design process can cut the time spent on those really repetitive tasks by up to 50%.
Wow, so designers can finally get rid of those tedious tasks that were eating up all their time.
Exactly. It frees them up to focus on strategy, creative thinking, the stuff that really makes design shine.
It's like AI is giving designers superpowers. And speaking of superpowers, what about this whole personalization thing? I know it's a buzzword, but how is it really changing design?
AI is amazing at personalization. It's already happening all around us. Think about Netflix or Spotify, even Amazon. They're using AI to understand what you like, what you don't like, and recommend stuff you'll enjoy.
It's kind of creepy how well they know me sometimes. But how does that apply to design outside of entertainment?
It's about crafting user experiences that are tailored to each person. Imagine a website that adjusts its layout, its color scheme, even the content,
Yeah.
based on your past behavior and your preferences.
So it's not just about recommending products, it's creating an experience that feels unique to me.
Exactly. AI can look at your browsing history, the things you buy, even your social media to figure out what you like and dislike and how you interact with websites. And then designers can use that information to create these dynamic, personalized experiences that keep users coming back for more.
So the website's kind of learning and evolving as I use it.
That's the power of AI-driven personalization. It goes way beyond those generic one-size-fits-all designs to create something that truly connects with each user.
That's really cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got AI helping designers work faster, creating personalized experiences. But what about generating completely new designs? I keep hearing about this generative AI, and it seems almost magical.
It really is opening up a whole new world of possibilities. Think about tools like DLE and Midjourney. You can basically give them a text prompt, like a futuristic cityscape with flying cars and neon lights, and they'll create these stunningly detailed images based on your description.
Wait, so I can type in whatever I imagine, like any crazy idea, and AI will create a visual representation of it. That's wild.
It's pretty incredible. And it's not just for static images either. Generative AI is being used to create everything from website layouts and logos to 3D models for product design, even architectural blueprints.
So this isn't just for artists and illustrators. Designers from all fields can use this.
Definitely. Even big companies like Nike, they're using generative AI to design sneakers. They can feed the AI data about current trends, the materials they prefer, even performance requirements, and it generates all these innovative shoe designs.
So it's like having a limitless pool of creative ideas on tap. No more staring at a blank canvas waiting for inspiration.
Exactly. It's totally changing the design process. It's a powerful tool for brainstorming, exploring new concepts, and pushing the boundaries of creativity.
And it sounds like AI is even changing prototyping and user testing, right?
You got it. Imagine being able to see how people would interact with your designs before you even build them in the real world. That's what AI is making possible. It helps designers create prototypes super quickly and test different versions to get feedback early in the process.
That would be a game changer for user experience design. No more guessing games or having to make expensive changes after you launch something.
It's all about getting it right the first time. AI-powered tools can simulate how users would behave, predict usability issues, even generate heat maps to show you where people are focusing their attention on a screen.
It's like having a crystal ball for user experience.
Yeah.
You can spot potential problems and fix them before they even become an issue.
It's all about moving from reactive design to a more proactive approach, ensuring that the final product is really user-centric. And it can make the whole process so much faster, too. We're talking about wireframing entire app layouts in an instant or getting real-time feedback on your designs, like as you're creating them.
Whoa, wait a minute. So I could be like sketching out an idea and the AI is right there with me, making suggestions, showing me alternative layouts.
Yeah, exactly. It's like having this design partner who's always one step ahead, anticipating your needs and offering solutions you hadn't even considered.
Okay, that is pretty mind-blowing. And of course, all of this leads to faster product launches and happier users, right?
For sure. AI is basically streamlining the entire design process, from the initial ideas to testing and making changes along the way. So products get to market faster, and designers can spend more time, on the stuff they're best at, creating amazing experiences.
Makes sense. All right, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about branding and marketing. Seems like AI is shaking things up there as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's a perfect fit. AI-powered tools can analyze these massive data sets of consumer behavior, like, market trends and what's happening on social media. They can generate insights that would take human marketers weeks, if not months, to uncover.
So instead of relying on, gut feelings and guesswork, marketers can now base their decisions on data and real insights.
Exactly. AI can identify the right channels to reach specific audiences, figure out what kind of messaging will resonate, even pinpoint the best visuals. It's like having a marketing guru who knows exactly what your customer wants.
I was reading about how Coca-Cola is using AI to create culturally relevant ad campaigns. They're using it to see what's trending on social media. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's a great example. Coca-Cola is using AI to analyze social media conversations, figure out what trends are emerging, and then they can tailor their ad campaigns to those specific moments. It's about being in the right place at the right time with the right message.
It's pretty smart. It's not just about blasting out those generic ads anymore. It's about really understanding the context, the cultural landscape, and creating something that people actually connect with.
It's more like having a conversation with consumers instead of, just shouting at them.
Yeah, this whole conversation has been so eye-opening, but I have to ask, what about the human element in all of this? Does AI replace human creativity, that ingenuity that designers bring to the table?
I hear that question a lot, and I think the answer is a resounding no. AI is not meant to replace designers. It's here to enhance their abilities, to empower them to do even more.
So it's more like a partnership, a collaboration.
Yeah, exactly. Think of AI as another tool in a designer's toolbox. Just like, a painter needs brushes and paints, a designer can use AI to boost their creative process.
So AI can handle a lot of the technical nitty-gritty stuff and free up designers to focus on strategy, storytelling, creating that emotional connection with the user.
That's it. Human designers are amazing at empathy, at intuition, having a deep understanding of, human psychology, and those are qualities that AI, at least for now, can't replicate.
That's reassuring to know that human creativity is still at the core of design. But it sounds like designers need to adapt, to embrace these new AI tools to stay ahead.
Absolutely. The design world is changing fast, and the designers who learn how to use AI effectively, they're the ones who will thrive.
Makes sense. It's not about being scared of AI. It's about understanding its potential, and using it to make the design world even better.
Well said. And it's not just individual designers, it's companies, organizations. Everyone needs to invest in education and training to make sure designers have the skills they need to succeed in this new world.
And that's where organizations like AI Certs come in, right?
Yeah.
They've got these programs that teach designers how to use AI tools effectively, but also responsibly.
Right. AI Certs is doing important work by helping to bridge the gap, giving designers the knowledge and skills they need to embrace the future of design. They cover so many topics, from the basics of AI to specific applications in design.
And it's not just about the technical skills. They also emphasize the ethical side of things, making sure people are using AI in a way that benefits everyone.
Which is huge. The more powerful AI becomes, the more important it is that we're using it in a responsible and ethical way.
So it's clear that AI is reshaping the entire design profession. What are some of the trends you see emerging in the coming years? What should we be watching out for?
Well, we're going to see AI taking on more complex tasks, automating even more of the design process. That means designers can focus even more on that high-level creative and strategic thinking. And we're also going to see a lot more hyper-personalization, where AI creates these super tailor-made experiences for each user.
What about like completely new fields of design popping up because of AI?
Oh, we're already seeing that. There are all these new AI-powered tools for creating immersive VR and AR experiences, and we're seeing AI being used for things like personalized fashion, creating interactive art installations, even generating blueprints for sustainable buildings. It's pretty amazing.
The possibilities really are endless. But with all this talk about AI taking over, what does the future hold for human designers? Is there still a place for them?
Oh, absolutely. The future of design is all about collaboration, humans and AI working together. Designers who can embrace this partnership, who can learn to leverage the power of AI while honing their own uniquely human skills, they're the ones who will really shape the future of design.
It's not about fearing the robots, it's about understanding how to work with them.
Exactly. We're on the cusp of a new era in design, and it's incredibly exciting.
Okay, so far we've talked about how AI is transforming every aspect of design, speeding things up, making things more personalized, even generating entirely new designs. But we have to address the elephant in the room. With great power comes great responsibility. What about the ethical implications of using AI in design?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? It's a bit like opening Pandora's box.
It's definitely something we need to be thinking about. Like any powerful technology, AI can be used for good or for bad.
Yeah.
We need to be aware of those potential downsides and, work towards developing and using AI responsibly.
So, what are some of the specific ethical things that designers need to consider when they're using AI?
Well, one big concern is bias. AI algorithms are trained on huge amounts of data, right? And if that data contains biases, reflecting existing societal biases, then the AI can actually perpetuate those biases in the designs it creates.
Oh, I see. So it could make things worse if we're not careful. Can you give me an example of how that might play out in a real-world situation? Sure. Imagine an AI-powered hiring tool that's designed to screen resumes and, pick out the best candidates. If the data it was trained on has historical biases, let's say against women or people of color, the AI might unintentionally reject qualified candidates from those groups.
That's a scary thought.
Mm.
So it's not enough to just say, oh, AI is objective because it's based on data. We have to look at where that data came from and if there are any hidden biases in there.
Exactly. It's super important for designers to be aware of this and actively work to create AI systems that are fair, unbiased, and inclusive. Everyone deserves a fair shot.
So how can we ensure that AI is used ethically in the design world? What steps can we take?
I think transparency is key. We need to understand how these AI algorithms work, what data they're trained on, how they're making decisions. That kind of transparency will help us identify and fix potential biases and, just make sure that AI is being used the right way.
That makes sense. It's not enough to just create these powerful AI tools. We need to use them carefully and thoughtfully.
Absolutely. And it's not just the responsibility of designers either. Companies, organizations, policymakers, everyone needs to work together to come up with ethical guidelines and regulations for AI development and use.
So it's a collective effort to make sure AI is used for good.
Yeah, for sure. The future of AI in design depends on our ability to use it responsibly and ethically. If we can get that right, the possibilities are truly amazing.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of AI and design. I have to say, I'm both excited and a little bit terrified by all of this.
I know what you mean. It's a really powerful technology with huge potential, but it's up to us to use it wisely.
The big question for our listeners is, are you ready to be part of this AI revolution? If you're interested in learning more about AI and design, a great place to start is AI Certs. They've got these top-notch certification programs that can give you the skills you need to thrive in this new world.
It's a fantastic resource for anyone who wants to learn more about AI, whether you're a designer, a student, a business leader, or really anyone. I highly recommend checking out their website at www.acerts.io.
Absolutely. Take a look at their programs, dive deep into all the modules, and discover a whole world of possibilities. This is just the beginning of a very exciting journey.
Onwards and upwards, the future of design is here and is powered by AI.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into AI and design. We'll see you next time.